How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews. Back with a little bit of Wallenpaupack up in this piece, yeah. A little bit of their No Frills Pills, German-style Pilsner. This is 5% alcohol by volume. Crisp lager brewed German sauce and Hallertau, traditional hops, and it was canned a little under 3 months ago. Which isn't that bad for a Pilsner, so we'll see what's what. Otherwise, it's cool. One of the better labels that Wallenpaupack has done. Nondescript stuff, nothing too crazy. So we'll see how this sucker rolls. I got a couple gadgets coming in the mail. And the one is this combination of my tripod clamp thing where I can pretty much set up and do a beer review pretty much anywhere. So I'm kind of testing that out right now and see how that goes. So give it a nice pour, leave a little bit in there. I'll give you one last view because we can't keep that on the on camera while I'm standing here. It looks like a Pilsner, maybe a skosh darker, probably a bit malt forward. Definitely has a nice clarity to it, soft, kind of snow globy kind of carbonation. Index finger, white as white could be head. Definitely off to a very lagery start. Let's get a nose. Yeah, it's got a hefty kind of Pilsner into Vienna malt kind of vibe going for it. Not a big bittering component. A nice kind of soft melon component going on there. Nothing overly kind of funky or kind of sulfury from like a lager. It really kind of flirts around the edges of like a lager and ale and the way the kind of beer comes off. More specifically, I think it has to do with just a malt base and how it's kind of coming off. It's a little bit richer, a little bit denser. It doesn't come off as crisp. Not that all lagers need to be crispy beers, but it just has this kind of density to it. If that makes any sense. Yeah, density on the nose. It's all the sense in the world. So, yeah. Anything else? Yeah, malt driven. Let's dive in. Cheers. Yeah, it's nice. Definitely malt forward, dense, almost a little bit flabby. Not super crisp, but again, like not that German Pilsner is traditionally going to be overly crisp beers, but this definitely has a density, a heft to it beyond what you typically get from a German Pilsner. The hops are there. They're not as aggressive as you typically find in a German Pilsner, but they're not missing. They're definitely there. Generic bittering, a little bit of spiciness to it, a little bit of herbaliness to it. That kind of melon component I got on the nose definitely follows through in the taste. Nice carbonation. It's tasty beer. You talk about 5%. This is kind of like the opposite of what a lot of people like flip out about today in Pilsner world. They're looking for the ultra crispy boy. That's not this. But what this beer is if you're in the mood for something crisp, something clean, well, relatively crisp, something clean, because it is clean. It's nothing too, there's nothing off about it except for that little bit of flabbiness. But if you want something a little bit more heft to it, you're looking for that kind of Pilsner beer, but you want something a little bit more heft to it, something give you a little bit more chutzpah to your beer, then this is definitely, you could do a lot worse than this. Pretty tasty stuff, to be honest with you. I'm kind of bummed they don't make up the Wallenpaupack as much since I moved to Jersey. I don't live super far away, but there's no easy way to get to Wallenpaupack from where I live now. It doesn't matter if I'm at work or anything. It's an hour and a half, you know what I mean? And it's not that far as the crow flies, so it's just kind of one of those weird places where I can't really get there unless I kind of go out of my way. But now with the pandemic kind of seeming like it's coming to a relatively safer environment, and tap rooms being something that are a little bit more kind of comfortable, at least for me to kind of be in. It'll be nice to kind of stop in there and drink some of their beers, but yeah, not too bad. I picked this up for $13 a 4-pack. You know what I mean? Is it one of the better Pilsners I've had as of late? It's in a conversation. It's not towards the top, but value and availability, picked it up off the shelf. $13 a 4-pack. Not too shabby. If you like what we like, this is pretty much what I said already, is if you like your Pilsners and your German lagers to be a little bit hefty, but not getting into kind of, Dunkel kind of, Marzen kind of range, just a little bit somewhere in between Marzen and kind of traditional German Pilsner. If that's what you like, then you'll like this. So there you go. Review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massif. If you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little bit of Wallenpaupack right now. Hopefully you're enjoying this goddamn weather. Hope to see you next time. Cheers.